Hey, Creek Kids.
Hi, Creek Kids. Hi, Miss Sue.
Hi, Henry. How was your weekend?
It was so good.
Oh, buddy, it's so good to see you.
It's good to see you.
Do you know this is my favorite time of year when it's cool out and do you
It's
play
so
outside
nice. Yes.
a lot in the evening?
Yes,
It's so nice. And sometimes it's even chilly in the morning when you go to school.
Yeah, like in the 60s.
I know, and we have to
Yeah.
wear a jacket.
Yeah.
Yay! I love this kind
And
of
there's
weather.
so many people out
I
walking their dogs.
know. Everybody's out exercising in the morning. It's
Yep.
really nice. I
It's
love
beautiful.
it. Well, we're going to be talking about God's people in the desert.
Ooh,
Now, they're in the
yes.
desert. What do you think the weather's like in the desert, Creek Kids?
Super. I bet it's super hot.
Very hot during the
Dry.
day. And what do
Yeah.
you think it's like in the evening, at nighttime?
Windy.
Windy and
Yeah.
cold.
Windy
The
and
desert
cold.
is kind of a funny place. And Pastor Dave and I went to the desert in the Middle East a few years ago.
Oh, really?
We were in the Middle East, yes, and
Wow.
we went out to the desert and it looks just like you would think. Just rolling, beautiful hills of white sand.
Big hills. Yeah.
Big hills. Very hot
Did you
during
go
the day.
sledding?
Well, we didn't, but we did go out there during the late day into the evening. And in the evening in the desert, it's very cold.
Oh, wow.
So it went from 120 to about 50.
What?
Yeah, like that.
That's
So
dramatic.
God's people, they're in the desert right now. And we're in the book of Exodus, chapter 16
Oh, yeah.
through 17. What
God's
does the
people.
word Exodus mean, Hen?
Well, last week you taught us that it means exit.
It is. That's
Yeah.
right. Good job. You remembered. Well, today we're going to talk about food and our God's people in the desert. All right. So they're in the desert.
Okay.
And they're moving, right? Because they want to go to the promised land.
That's right.
And they're starting to run out of food.
Oh, no.
So the people are getting a little grumpy. Do you think they're hangry?
The hangry.
Hangry, yeah. Boys and girls, when your stomach starts to grumble, sometimes do you get a little grumpy?
Yeah.
I do. I do. If I'm hungry, I'll say to Pastor Dave, I'm hungry.
I know. I tell my
I'm
mom,
hungry.
like, Mom, I need a snack.
I need a snack. And
Yeah.
I'll zip into the kitchen and get a big old tall glass of almond milk. I love almond milk.
I do not.
That's okay. You have cow's milk. You need it for your bones and teeth.
Yeah.
So the people were getting a little grumpy. So
Okay.
this is what God did. Moses asked God for help. Moses went to God first. He said, Father, God, they're hungry. What can I do? I can't fix this, but you can. And God sent quail.
Quail?
For their evening meal, for their dinner. What do you think a quail is, Henry?
Well, aren't quails like kind of little birds?
Yeah, they're kind of like little chickens.
Yeah, little chickens.
And they're
yeah.
very pretty colors.
Oh.
Brown and orange and yellow, and they're very dark, beautiful colors. And God didn't just send them quail. He sent those quail right into where their tents were, and the people grabbed them right out of the air.
Oh, wow.
They caught
So
them.
they just caught them and
Uh-huh.
ate them right there?
They did. They caught them right out of the air, and
Yeah.
then they cooked them over fire.
Well, I bet they had fires if it was 50 degrees.
Oh yeah, because it gets
Yeah.
cold in the evening. They ate their quails, and when they went to bed, their bellies were full and they felt good. But
Yeah, that's
then,
nice.
when they woke up, Henry,
What?
they were hungry again,
Oh, no.
and there was no breakfast.
There was nothing?
No, they didn't have. They really had run out of food.
Well, you said there was like 1 million people.
I know. So they ate a lot of food.
Yeah.
So God sent manna, and manna.
Banana.
No, not bananas. He sent manna.
Banana.
Make the
What?
sound. Ready?
Mm.
Manna.
Manna.
He said
Okay.
manna, and manna was little tiny white, thin wafers of bread
Oh,
that
bread.
melted on their tongues.
Oh, wow.
And it was kind of
That's-
sweet.
That actually sounds delicious.
I think so.
Yeah.
And this manna would rain down from heaven because God sent it. And God told the people, go out in the morning, gather what you need for your family.
Okay.
So if you had 4 children and a
Yeah.
husband and a wife, that's 6 people all together.
Okay.
Gather enough manna for 6 people. Don't gather extra. Don't gather some and store it for later.
Like be greedy?
Yeah, don't be greedy.
Don't be greedy.
Don't be greedy. Get enough for what you need
Yeah.
and eat And then God said, I'll send it again the next morning
And send more quail?
and send more quail.
Yes.
So it was really a faith lesson. The people had to have faith in God, trust that God would send the quail for dinner and the manna for breakfast.
What does the Bible tell us what would happen if they took too much?
Yes, it does.
Yeah?
If God's people disobeyed God and they took too much manna and they put it in a pot or they had it anywhere in their tent hiding it because they didn't trust God for breakfast,
Yeah.
it would become rotten and
Ugh.
full of wormy maggots.
Oh.
Ew, and it would stink. It was terrible. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I bet.
So, would you rather trust God for delicious manna in the morning, or would you rather save a bowl of manna that turns into maggots?
I would just take exactly what I needed, and I don't want that smelly. I wouldn't want that smelly stuff in my tent.
I wouldn't either.
On
Ooh,
my walk.
ooh, terrible, terrible. Yeah. So today, Creek Kids, our Bible focus is God provides for His people.
God provides for His people.
For His people, and that means you and me. And our Bible verse, do you remember? Psalm 105, verse 1. Give thanks to the Lord and pray to Him.
Yeah,
I love that verse.
it's a good verse.
It is. So give thanks to the Lord
Thanks to the Lord
and pray
and pray
to Him. Psalm 105, verse 1.
Yeah,
Good job, man.
thanks, Miss Sue.
He is such a smart fella. I bet you boys and girls at home, I bet you're saying our verse with us too.
They learn really good.
They do. They're super
Yeah.
smart kids, aren't they? Huh?
Yeah.
Hey, Henry and I are so glad you're here, Creek Kids. We'll see you right back here next week. I hope they come see us. Do you think they will?
I hope so.
Me too. Hey, let's see if we can find a recipe for manna.
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 Got it.
We could make manna bread.
What?
Bye, friends.
Bye.